The Supreme Court ruling to halt the deadline for the old Naira note swapping. Is it in the interest of the public or for political interest, such as to aid vote buying? Please watch this video as Dele Farotimi makes some exposure.
The persons who took this before the Supreme Court itself has acted most carelessly in this matter, because the proper parties, the persons who took this before the Supreme Court, didn't do it for anything beyond their own political agenda. And they've been in the public space carelessly making it clear that they consider the policy as being inimical to their own political interests. It's not even, and then if you would recall, days back, the governor of Kaduna was there busy meeting with traders, telling them not to worry about changing their notes, that when the candidate of his party comes to power, the thing will be reversed. They've been very, very vocal and clear about why they are against this policy. And let me ask, we were given, I believe, 90 days in all. India did it in 1 day. Now, what were we waiting for all this while? Why were these cases not taken before the Supreme Court itself, even if it must have gone before the Supreme Court? Why is it happening now? We have these convoluted ideas that there might be a standard for the entire world, but we are entitled to a peculiarly Nigerian standard. 90 days. And we are still busy extending, and then now we are in. Look, there is nothing about public interest here. It's completely about political interest. It is up to the Supreme Court to justify what it has done, because frankly speaking, it has not covered itself in glory with this. For me, there is nothing about these that can be justified in law. That's my honest opinion. Some people are bent on frustrating the Naira swap policy. They believe themselves to be the target of that policy. Now, I don't know what happens within the APC coven. I've never been in Aso Rock. I've never been anywhere near Emilokon and his coven. But fact is this, it is playing out in the public space, and you are seeing the same thing playing out, unfortunately, in what should be the hallowed chambers of justice. Look, our situation is obvious for any honest person to see. The interest of the average man on the street does not matter in the calculations of those who rule Nigeria. If one is to look at this pronouncement of the Supreme Court, it can only be explained on one of two grounds. Insofar as the facts in the public domain are clear, which is that there is an order purporting to halt the deadline, and this order was given without the CBN having been made a party. It would be a most irresponsible order to have given in the absence of the CBN as a party to the suit. That is one. The second thing is, you can only explain these on the ground of incompetence or corruption. That is my own honest opinion. And I stand by those words. And it wouldn't be the first time where the Supreme Court will purport to assume jurisdiction where it has none. These are my views, and I stand by them, and I have used those words deliberately and intentionally. Our rulers, the Nigerian ruling class as a whole, are a bunch of pyromaniacs. They enjoy setting fire to the house, and they imagine that if the house should begin to burn, it will not touch them. The CBN opinion, I haven't seen it, but fact of the matter is that opinion will be completely correct. The CBN is a creation of law. As a creation of law, it has the capacity, the powers to act independently of the presidency, the legislature, or even the judiciary, insofar as it acts within the law.